economic conditions or course Krumano. I'm sure say justify that particular statement. Or Brenna Mania Ghana for a firm near Akoso. So it wasn't about Yakoto about not Makomatorium.
Okay.
It is about the reflected the generality of what the larger Ghanaian society na esiki. But I think over the years, na among fonte politics I say. Obi how I cash na dream chin me NDC dey me wu koba biem kra. Obi so da share team me NPP dey me wu koba biem kra. When you take such position Alaska in the political scheme of affairs, such person you become useless.
Okay.
Because you vote to see them first war. But when you are dynamic, you can change your mind. Based on conditions I want mind which me tell total because I know they you can change your mind based on happenings in the country. Political sense and that person is relevant. What has happened?
It means who you should agree.
Yes, because omo ejina fa kono a constant way when they come to determination of election outcome na se for no ma omo ensure any impact be our elections. So until I catch us say omo elections and as we determine who wins power the floating voters.
Sure.
Because the NDC, the NPP, core supporters, Obienu and the core supporters between them win the power. But there is a section of Ghanaians call from floating voters. They look at the dynamics so if you're able to sway them to a particular direction, they will win you the election. I think what happened this particular year, it justified that particular way. And the political communication issue structured targeting those people. Because the last time I catch you say this retail kind of campaigner over here na candidate na sorry no kwani base na anajo 1 anajo 2 na ye shia among for constituency na se for no. I'm hoping say going forward ye besua bibi because that is the way of doing things.
That's right.
Old way. But I think that there are a lot of research dynamics about politics ma asesa niema bibra. You don't need to meet people 1 a.m., 12 a.m. Now because such message you deliver and come baby. Come for Obi Obetimi Gina constituency 1 a.m. at chain presidential candidate. That person is already a party person. No yeah the but Obi Oya floating voter in Yada Jinko Gina time no say or 1 a.m. deliver message.
That's right.
And the way they do that then the message delivered at the grounds and so it's a waste adventure and that's some kind of way. But and then America so US elections na abra na major media houses in side Trump he was using the new media. For instance, there was this Rogan Trump got in the podcast or YouTube. He was able to, he had a views of about 45 million people. Even CNN 3 days you will not get that particular views, right. You understand? So you saw that media and he was able to appeal to young voters and then as a forum. And I think they're going forward, we need to structure our campaign systems. Our old way of doing campaign, no, it doesn't work. And then there are several platforms that will be here. And I think that to a certain extent, message now, SRC 2020 advocacy across Okroma campaign. I'm finding your margin now.
That's right.
A advocacy, yes, certain emotion. Some of us even started even before and a campaign because we were insisting say Ghanaians need to understand politics. Now kwanya aban no abrabo bonia aban no de Ghana for bosso ne abrabo mobo but enam say that emotionally partisan attaching into sa nema nyina ye botugu ye but from 2020 ebesi ne you could appreciate say a lot has changed so far as politics is concerned young people. So Alaska who be some factors at this particular way by medical can say the course NDC victory a Ghanaian victory. A Ghana for in one accord have decided say enough of this nonsense. That is why I told you say a revolution without a gun.
A revolution
without a gun. That revolution. Tsunami without a gun. Ghana for decisively and overwhelmingly have decided say Nema I play out our this particular country. Enough of it. And they are also sending a loud message to Abayana Wabane say. What would the idea you know? That is the fate awaiting you.
Okay.
So I'm sure say it's a good news It's a Ghana for a hotel normal family. I send a very powerful message to politicians out there, and they take for to lose you. And I think that is a multiplicity of factors. One has to do with the president Nankasa, his arrogant posture, Nisubain. Ne kwan of us or yeah, the catcher said the very moment Akufo-Addo set up, he set himself up to fail. Because in this modern your friend saying democratic dispensation, Yewomi, Alaska, a young class, some say, Yadia Kunyama. Now, Kakasa fear for Mika. When you do that, you lose willpower.
That's right.
Willpower, and I said the ability to crack down on. Before say general manager word, I own your opinion. And I want away, you have only me a cat one, I would take console. You think the many opinion general manager after all, then the basic. Now, what's the other wood in Semunu? Ọ̀nà sẹ́nàm sẹ́ wọ́n ní mìíràn náà yẹ wọ́n ní ontumi nka.
That's right.
Nti wọ́n ní bá ahosuo no o debi apon akonsole baako na de kɔ fie wọ́n ní bá ahosuo na wọ́n tutu speakers na asefo nyinaa de kɔ because wọ́n ní ɛpanyin na ti hɔ. So that willpower no you lose the leverage because after all wọ́n yɛ dɛn ontumi fa police mɛkyɛw.
That's right.
Wọ́n ní mìíràn náà yɛ o ɛto deɛ deɛ. Abusia bɛfrɛ. That is why in the wisdom of those who have studied politics no ɛka kyerɛ sɛ chronism family and friends those way no we are president na odo ho kɔtuma. A killing something we call willpower. But we are president of our culture, and none of American state cannot be weak and cannot be have mercy.
Exactly.
That state in America a representation of the president because you are the executive force as a will lead that. So when that weakness you are done. Other people around you will begin to do some of these things. And they know, and they're there, the Akufo-Addo Abaiма who said, I can offerata, Bossabi and Kwasi, Abosin will be a Kenyan assumption now. At some point, the company and an advisor, our Jessica Frim, banking sector cleanup by Ghana for the money to say, some of us have studied policy. We've seen a lot of some of these things because there is nothing new under the sun.
That's
Bible
right.
Well, 2008, our America, they had similar banking sector challenges in Asifo. We saw the finesse and the wisdom the Obama government then adopted by ensuring credible firms, or Musika from the Treasury Department go out there and buy the distressed assets. Make sure you stabilize them so that people will not lose their job, so that there will not be tsunami. Chase Bank, our America, yes, and JP Morgan Chase, these are credible banks. They bought all the distressed assets. I know the day, no, and then from the mic and other way. So when Baumia and Co started this particular thing, that was the same thing we were expecting. Say, make sure you don't kill the bank, but by your name,
that reference.
Exactly. So Papa Kwasindum now also what's in the bank. Now, Sikane Womno didn't Semuna. You have every right to pick Papa Kwasindum as an individual. You deal with him. Any legal malfeasances via our committee, you can deal with him, but don't kill the bank. Because there is nothing like private bank.
Exactly.
There is nothing like private bank, and in any country, but the very moment you open your doors and public comes in, it is the responsibility of the government to ensure the economic safety of those who are investing. So government to no private bank. So but omontie and omoye near masa na Alaska ekoko jigu ye. But President Nankasa Alaska. My culture say afraid to be arrogance of power. So we are buying. That's all what times I don't know the taro who no. And that's exactly what Akufo-Addo did. Alaska, so Kumasi, your friend constituency be Kwabre.
That's right.
I'm told the constituencies in more biggest numbers. Akufo-Addo went there. And Medoko Kumasi says here. Now no na me come na me na beku Santana yesho na me say me ka say me share obi and me be say enti over the years from Kufuor pencil be say Akufo-Addo pencil the Kumasi people have been very grateful to NPP nti me pese me hu eye ade asombo kese e wo Kumasi abaka say NPP ba ye e na oba ye ade we ma yen ko anya hwe me nza John Mahama hesi kejetia yes Rotary Park na hwan hospitals ahodo ne na se for enti die na oye nipa kro say Kufuor maternity na me say moya na mo bodam Alaska dey see comfort no chino kra no fo am pride no ho na wa akosi maternity popotro bi dey kwatare baby and na achievement you see the joke so over the years the people have been taken for granted
for far too long.
So when he went there now we be say Kwabre for so kwan no to abama Mr. President there na abaye e say we nyansa sem na wo ka kire omo. That is what differentiates a gangster from a leader, a president. Oh yes,
a gangster.
That is what differentiates a gangster from a president. Nipa na to abama no. Because Akufo-Addo was an imposter from the beginning. He's a fraud theory. President no, it's like yeah movie. Not ya script a man who play. That is not who you are. And your role play.
And Obia, he is not what he is. No,
yes, or a role play, no, yeah, because he knows nothing about presidency. Because at that moment, you find wisdom and sell to the people, even if it is a lie, you just to show respect. He told them so so indirectly he was telling them this is people are more for about my president at for Alaska. Kwabre for we kokromoti this time around. Go to Kumasi and check the vote. Go and check NPP's performance. And I mentioned says the reason why some of you have to take your first credit for all this advocacy akoso because the message young people team yeah, for your woman to me, mammy, what for seeing this, I'm grass 7 idea politics, and a man for us, I say, you that is why you see those numbers. And one thing I think, say, boy, Memakase, Ashanti region, over the years, numbers, and if you have any cook numbers,
sure.
And I'm expecting, say, Mekasatia regional divisions, and as a for my, but say, Akufo-Addo any 16, say, any 20, I think that's something region, see a team 3. Yes, team 3 na emu na development nko kronu kra ka bom dodo na things o make development so Alaska sa niema na omo ekeka boss wa ekeka bom no eno na ka ho bi titiro ena ma Ghana for ka say no papa we ebu nipa mfere nipa because beka ya obo dwadata ama ohini bi betena ase o se ye bo anthem ohini na nsore Alaska you see say uko school na wo mature na say u onim dey do a certain level na say u gina badwama even say obi ya ade akra na enya there are ways with temperament na over react you saw the video
I don't know our
Accra
president
was throwing childish tantrum indicating that he's all powerful. Unfortunately for him, or he no crisis had no yare, no the care about function na say for several hours president. So by the time president better say no omoye de omoye na nisu chiri no, so he had no other option than to sit down. The following day, president ko no kro yebo national anthem and the budget na phone so he couldn't even caution her. That is the level of embarrassment. At some point in time, President Akufo-Addo ko voter region in Suafa Nipa. We are making arrogance and quan settle.
That's right.
Or ko voter region in Suafa Nipa when near to go munsem. At that point, and I'll call remind you of say, Mekra na ka vote nkwa. When the Okromo himself voter region won't have my NPP. So you don't need to go there to remind them at the time and the people are in pain.
Meanwhile, through action and inaction of
exactly
government.
It was an accident. Nipa na da se ka se maybe nso agum so because they knew the implication of what they were doing. They knew that omu bia de na be boro so the spillage will go to that extent. They knew nobody did any risk assessment bia and yet di go omo so until you don't go there and say kabato nko at that point a sign of immaturity, but he displayed it. The same voter region, the guy goes to funeral ahim for tete ho fine. Maybe a senko sorry, but on sorry as a leader, it is not your business to go and direct them. Sorry, even protocol team now signal be now go country was a president ba Alaska then sorry now. Mr. Common sense. But no, ofri say o mine yes ne maame na ewu no de jano, say ne papa na ewu no de jano. Say am power na wanya na emma we ye da wo say de yo. And as I said, ordinary, no, you don't expect opinion over here. That is what he displayed. Then you're back to the economic front, Alaska. Ghana economy was here. And that is why when I see people on street jubilating, yes, changing now, but we are jubilating. But Alaska, I say, the future looks so bleak and uninspiring because of the economic circumstances. Ghana for them, Alaska, say you would have minority, how we are aware. Say Ghana, you declare bankrupt. You're doing Jayaka, right. You postpone it. Your debt, I had external creditors in your push anymore. And ask you about some of the debt will mature early as 2026.
Exactly.
The amount of money we are to pay, we don't have them. So the new president will have to brace his heart, go to IMF and renegotiate.
And he has even hinted.
Yes, because that is the only way out. And yes, apart from IMF, we have to go to the credit space and renegotiate the already negotiated terms with your creditors.
So that you must have some breathing space.
Exactly, yes, how you can do because microphone here money wo mutima say omabo mine no mo pepe carding na kwese nanim. So inheriting, you know, you are inheriting a disaster. That is why I'm expecting say the new government, you know, Alaska ade ba ko over the years aban bia ba power na we free because obi e kopere bibia di na communication front na breaky. And I know the day some of these things because you need to let the Ghanaian people know and understand the real state of Ghana's economy.
I'm not cutting you so, but I stated it here yesterday. Say you should open the Pandora box.
Oh yes.
Now every sector of the economy, no, Ghana for
and
fellow Ghanaians. Yes. On your fellow Ghanaians.
Alaska, me say energy sector alone. Alaska. We say omoto about we dum so.
That's right.
Because your power, your generation mix, you know. I think you 5,316 megawatts. That is where peak day we have about 3,700 there about. Alaska generation mix, you know. Ghana idea 50%. Then the IPPs, the independent power producers 50%. So that generation mix, you know, and the Maya. Yeah, the money to a tune of about $2 billion. And this so now ugly. Chinese wave no only. Yeah, talk about another crack could do more plant. What is a finance minister say no more agreement?
That's right.
Because ECG has no control over this because the omoko no more could do plant, you know. ECG when power no on and ubenya bi na wacheche but they off the entire plant due to one light na doom. And na abina lose power no. They don't even know their fate. And until who doom so no cause because they didn't resolve anything. And see am no ka say Asla na John Mahama bottle say okay power we near the omoka. And you created that fund. Now the EBN is a Sikaba Toma. You let us form a consortium of banks. Now you one as a leader. And the Sikaba toss our fund in ma. Alaska wouldn't do anymore. Hana Doka, Hana dear Kayanji Chamaya. Akufo do buy a mobon kwasi abosia ni nyina wie ye no e na kenofurata bukọ mortgage the esra and on the kwaje abosia and this sika bia beto esra no bia no paying the energy sector with
level
entia and a pay for the mortgage then so obakaya na saying ya the get funder over the years oko secondary school and ya the talk house man cry esikam. And the get fund, they say get fund into mean talk get fund into mean provide anything for students. That is the state. So you need to paint a picture skill description of Ghana's economy. Some people will not be overexcited. Say, yeah, buy now, but yes, yeah, baby, no. There is no room. And unfortunately for this John Mahama administration and Ghana for Niati brutal.
That's right.
And you know, it is not business as usual. Even though 2016 was president, but the stakes has changed. Social media and other platforms are heightened, and you can't do anything in secret. And you have to be very transparent and let Ghanaians know. Say, I'm not saying your debt to your GDP numbers now who know artificial, but at some point in time, World Bank projected now you over 100 and something. Alaska, that is the reality. Your debt to your GDP. Your friends say it costs in Ankasa, your debt to Ankasa. You know the amount, and then over about 700 million. Then you come to the fact say, Afibia, Sika, the service your debt, no, your jai, your twin to your Eboabo, no, your Basiamba. We need to go back and renegotiate with China. You see, I'm not credibility or the Cobosia or credit score as hang junk.
Only affordability.
Exactly, that is the right word. I Ghana for better say affordability and the Cobosia. Wouldn't be Alaska Bank of Ghana for the first time in the history of this country. Bank of Ghana to boka over 60 billion Ghana say a binsi in the history.
Bank of Ghana auto day.
Now, we don't count on mobile. We don't say as I have board members no more da no to 500 your friends say 500 million each 500 million as allowance for say ya boka over 10 over say over best 60 billion e bin see that
no to no o tua ne ho allowance
I to go watch nya cha mo ho na won ka say bi nkoto iPhone na so cha mo e dan no musisi we da ho nsam ye nwie da so Ghana for what is obi kan Akufo Addo asema obi antan no papa ni pabonini. Yes, that was why the last time I make catch Captain Smart say Nyankopon ni bedi no o wagim o pegya nade onyenwie onyenya no ho adaje
Nyankopon ni na do bedi no
Nyankopon ni bedi no o wagim pegya nade because Alaska boni papa na di no this ohwehwe na ni so bear 4 days
what the boni o
what the boni
and MPP for Yankasa and you know something Nadia on social media say oh says say very assessment to better so about 16 so to better so about say
na there na yet so there is no price coming down. And the fact to Ghana for team because a near say we price stabilization albania and they will talk about 10 cedis and you want to say over 7 cedis.
What know what say at the end? Yes.
Alaska na NPP party no. So who said the party no say enti oh saa we bi a obo no obebo anka be me de osofo bi o ka say Akufo-Addo is one president obeko fie with a lot of shame na man for free say
What up, my people? I go by the name T-Rhyme, aka the stylish rapper, aka Control, aka Fire, aka what I say, BBB. You watching Davcado TV. Keep it locked. Don't go nowhere.